We have an immediate press release pushed by the VA secretary here. And overall, I think this is an amazing change. It looks really, really good. This is targeted towards helping those who the VA have given too little, too late, in my opinion. And my ask here for this is that if this does not affect you directly, does not affect me, I want you to watch this all the way through, because that's going to help you to put it into the hands of the veteran, more so the dependent, that really needs to hear this information. And here we go. VA announces major survivor benefits reforms for immediate release May 5th, 10/12, which was this morning. So, Washington, the Department of Veteran Affairs today announced a three-pronged approach to eliminate barriers and streamline the process for how eligible survivors and dependents of deceased veterans and service members may apply for and receive VA benefits and services. That's great. Starting this month in May, VA's Office of Survivors Assistance will be moved from the Veteran Benefits Administration to the Office of the VA Secretary, putting it directly under him, so not under the VBA, reversing a Biden-era decision that buried OSA under layers of bureaucracy. Starting this month, VA will create a white glove survivor outreach team to guide and assist eligible survivors throughout their dependency and indemnity. That word always gets me. I'm just going to say DIC from here, compensation claims process. Starting immediately, VA will begin work to identify areas where automation can be used to make the DIC claims process easier to navigate for survivors. That is awesome. You know, generally, these are going to be spouses of Vietnam era veterans. That doesn't discount like the Gulf War, the peacetime, the GWAT era veterans that are much younger than that Vietnam era. But this is absolutely it's going to help everyone. It's really going to help that specific era. I've always said, and I'm a big proponent, that the reason we had the PACT Act and really the reason we have the VA we have today is because of the backs of the Vietnam era veterans. So if you're watching this and that's you, welcome home and thank you very much. Now, the last thing survivors need in their time of grief is frustrating red tape and bureaucracy. Absolutely. That's why we are creating a better system to more quickly and effectively provide survivors the services, support, and compassion they've earned, said VA Secretary Doug Collins. So background information on the changes VA announced today is below. All right, very short here. Relocating OSA is Office of Survivors Assistance, not obstructive sleep apnea, right? So Office of Survivors Assistance. In 2021, the Biden admin moved OSA from the Office of the VA Secretary to the VBA, creating a siloed system at odds with the intent of the Veteran Benefits Improvement Act of 2008. Starting this month, VA will reverse this decision and move OSA to the Office of the VA Secretary, where a staff of 5 full-time employees will advise the Secretary on all matters related to the policies, programs, and legislative issues affecting survivors and benefits. All right. So we have 5 full-time employees whose sole purpose is to do these tasks here. White glove survivor outreach team. Under previous admins, there were gaps in the survivor claim system and no defined outreach process for VA employees to gather information from survivors navigating the benefit process. VA's white glove survivor outreach team will begin operations in May of 25 and consists of experts based out of the Philadelphia VA Regional Benefit Office. So one thing that this is my first time reading this, one thing that I'm noticing are the details. You know, this is a plan. This we like VA, if for some reason you're watching this, which I highly doubt, this is a plan. So instead of saying, you know, oh, benefits are going to increase and everything's going to be fine, we want to see plans. We want to see what's actually going to happen. This is a great example. Hey, we have 5 full-time employees who's going to advise the VA Secretary. The Philadelphia VA Regional regional benefit office is going to be working the specific white glove survivor outreach team. Okay, great. That's what we want to hear. These experts will receive specialized training and guide and assist. So 3 things there. Eligible survivors throughout every step of the DIC claims process with the goal of getting to yes on DIC claims decisions for eligible survivors. Big. I don't see how anyone could say anything bad about this, okay? Automation improvements. VA now automates more than 1,000 DIC claims, payments, or adjustments per day and is in the process of ongoing enhancements to increase automation that will expedite survivors' claims and improve their experience. VA will also be identifying additional areas where automation can be used to make all benefits delivery processes easier to navigate for eligible surviving dependents. There we go. I think this is great. I like hearing a plan instead of saying, you know what, if the VA was going to follow suit with what they have been saying, they would have worded it like, hey, we're going to, veteran benefits are going to increase. We got to take care of our survivors. Yeah, these cuts are coming, but we're going to do what we need to do to make sure that these DIC claims processors, DIC claims get processed timely, right? So instead of saying like very generic, blatant statements that really tell us nothing, this is what we want to see right here. What's happening? What are they doing? Who's doing it? What are they doing? What does that look like? Automation, all benefits. This is the type of stuff we want to see from the VA. So, hey, when the VA gets a win, we give it to them. And when the VA takes a loss, we come down hard on them, all right, as I think every veteran should be doing. But, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you very much. If you made it to the end, I appreciate it, especially if DIC does not apply to you. I hope and pray that this gets into the hands or the eyes of a dependent or someone who knows someone that has a dependent of a survivor spouse, survivor dependent. But, yeah, that's all I got. Thank you very much.